Hey guys, Joe here, back with another video. Today is July 20, 2021, and AMC is trending yet again. And today I wanted to do some technical analysis on AMC and look at some of the most active options. So let's dig in. So looking here at the 5-minute chart, AMC had a monster rally today of almost 25% gain. Had an opening price of roughly $35 at the opening bell, and rose higher all the way up to a high of $44.37. Closing price here of roughly $43.09. So overall, just a giant rally upwards. And as you can see on the RSI here, the relative strength index, we just kept moving higher and higher. We had a small dip, but right now we're a bit overextended on the 5-minute chart. We did cross the 70-point mark, but if we zoom out, we look at the daily chart, we get a better look here, and look at this giant green candle that was printed today. Just huge, giant, bullish, engulfing candle. So looking at my slow stochastic indicator here, we did generate finally a buy signal in today's market, which is showcased by this green dot. And we are seeing a momentum change happening, and as you can see, these two lines here are about to curl upward, and we are entering a bullish divergence pattern here. And actually, over the past few days, we were having downward pressure, judging by the direction of the stock price, and even the RSI was heading lower. We did hit a low point here of 34 on the RSI, which is approaching oversold conditions, which is not good, not something you want to see. But looking at these two indicators here, we touched the oversold, and we generated a buy signal. I know moving forward, AMC is seeing a trend reversal. So from here, it looks like we do want to rally higher in the next coming days, projecting upward. And one more way to verify this information is using one of my other favorite indicators, which is the Bollinger Bands indicator. And by default, so the Bollinger Band has a 20-day moving average in the center. The upper band here in blue is 2 standard deviations above the 20-day. And the lower band is minus 2 standard deviations away from the 20-day moving average. So what you want to see is your 20-day here in the center, your red line, would be considered the mean. So the way to use this indicator is a stock price will always want to revert to the mean, meaning you want to think of this red line as home base. So the stock price is always going to gravitate towards the center, right? And as you can see here, the price action, it was gravitating towards the center, and it crossed the center point and it headed lower on the lower band. So usually you want to buy the stock, you want to buy the dip at the lower band here, because, you know, again, it's going to want to return to the mean, which is the red line, the center. So when it's oversold, and you can think of this as oversold on the bottom here and overbought at the top band. So when it's oversold, you want to buy the dip, knowing that the stock price will return to the mean, and vice versa. When the stock price is overextended, when it's overbought, meaning it's up here riding the upper band, and even more so when it crosses the upper band, it's extremely overbought. You want to go ahead and sell up here and take profit, and always buy the dip when it's riding the lower band here. Right, so with that being said, on the daily chart, we were seeing AMC riding the lower band here. It did surpass the lower edge here, so we know that by definition, it's going to want to return to the mean, return to home base. And guess what it's doing? It's returning. That's what we're seeing today, so it's headed upward. So if we look at the 4-hour chart, same story. Bollinger Band, it's riding the wave, upper band, then it returns to the lower band. We were overextended, oversold, and it returned to the mean up here, riding the lower band, and guess what? Riding the lower band and a pop higher. We actually have returned to the mean here on the 4-hour chart, but guess what? Judging by these 3 green candles, the 3 white soldiers here, there's a lot of strength in this rally, and AMC looks like it wants to push higher. And again, looking at the slow stochastic, we did generate a buy signal at the bottom here, and on the RSI, the relative strength index, we were oversold. We passed the 30-point mark, we even touched the 20-point mark, and what does it want to do? It wants to head higher. So all indicators are pointing higher, which is a bullish signal, This is a positive catalyst, so it's a great time to buy AMC at these price levels. So from here, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the most active options within AMC. Within Barchart, you want to go ahead and type in AMC in the search bar. And from here, go ahead and navigate to the Options Prices tab on the left-hand side. And the default expiration date is set to the closest date, which is this Friday, July 23. You want to set the strike price to show all. And from here, you want to sort by volume. This top section here is the call section. If you scroll lower, you get your put section here. And if you keep scrolling towards the bottom, you will see your put to call ratio, and this is the total amount of puts versus calls placed today, and it actually gives you a ratio breakdown. So coming in at number 1, the most popular call option placed today was this $40 strike price, and investors paid between $455 and $475, had a volume of over 72,000, open interest of over 14,000, and implied volatility of 196%. And if you don't know what implied volatility is the estimated volatility of the option strike price over the period of the option. The second most popular call option placed today was the $45 strike price. Investors paid between $249 and $254, had volume of over 38,000, open interest of over 7,000, an implied volatility of 211%. And the third most popular call option was this $38 strike price. Investors paid between $590 and $615, had a volume of over 27,000, open interest of over 3,000, and implied volatility of 177%. And if we look at the put section, so remember, AMC is a momentum play. You can make money trading it in either direction. Some people like to buy calls, some people like to buy puts as a hedge. So let's take a look at the puts, and you want to sort by volume. So the most popular put option was this $30 strike price, and investors paid between $17 and $18, had a volume of over 34,000, open interest of over 16,000, and implied volatility of 247%. Second most popular strike option, put option, was this $36 strike price. Investors paid between 67 cents and 71 cents, had a volume of over 26,000, open interest of over 6,000, and implied volatility of 208%. And lastly, the third most popular put option was this $35 strike price. Investors paid between $51 and $54, had a volume of over 23,000, had an open interest of over 4,000, and implied volatility of 211%. And lastly, if we look at the put call ratio, total number of puts placed today was over 262,000. Total number of calls over 405,000, and the put call volume ratio here was 0.65. So overall, much more calls placed over puts. And if you want to verify your bullish bias on AMC, you want to go ahead and navigate back towards the top and go ahead and look at the most active options tab. And from here, you want to sort by volume, and this is already sorted by descending volume. So the most active options placed today were for Apple, but coming in at number 2 was AMC, had an options volume of over 986,000, and the percentage of puts was 36%, but percentage of calls were 63%. So investors were leaning bullish on AMC. And you can verify your bias one more time by navigating to the unusual options activity tab, and from here you want to sort by volume. So the scanner picked up this AMC call with the $40 strike price. The expiration date was for this Friday, 7/23, and investors paid between $455 and $475, had a volume of over 72,000, open interest of over 14,000, and a delta of 69. And if we scroll lower, the scanner did pick up some more AMC calls. We do have this $45 call placed, which expires this July 23rd, and investors paid between $249 and $254. And lastly, this put option was picked up by the scanner, and this is a $30 put expiring in 3 days, July 23. Investors paid $18. All right, that's pretty much for today. Remember, if you are trading options, You want to be in a scalping mentality when trading AMC options. That means you want to buy and sell the option contract within minutes. You don't want to hold it for too long, not even a day. Both implied volatility and theta decay are working against you. You don't want your premium to burn over time just because you're holding the contract. You want to sell it for a profit right away. So once you hit your 30% mark, 50%, 100% gain, whatever your criteria is, go ahead and sell that option contract so you're in and out in a quick manner. Be vigilant, AMC moves fast. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.